But I want to touch on Cam Akers actually.
Yeah.
Because we've been wanting to do this for a couple of shows. Cam Akers with the torn Achilles, he's out for the year. He was a rising player. He was literally the Rams' offense in the last quarter of the season. Playoffs too. I mean, he was carrying them, and he was very impressive. Once he finally figured out the offense and everything, he was really solid.
He was hitting the holes. So you didn't have to think about it. He was just going.
Pause, fam.
Come on, man.
All the holes?
Yeah.
Way to go, Phil.
But one thing is it occurred outside of the team facilities, so they technically don't have to pay him this year. Obviously, I think they should. Because,
That's bullshit.
Yeah,
dude.
I know.
I don't like that.
I hate it too.
That's not fair,
Yeah.
bro.
It's not right.
I think they should and they will, because there's no reason to upset this player. Like, we don't know how it happened. I think he was working out anyway. So, but what are your thoughts as far as the Rams' playoff chances and fantasy implications?
I don't think it hurts their playoff chances. I think Darrell Henderson is capable of actually carrying the load. Last year he had 4.5
easy over there.
A lot of pauses. Last year, he had 4.5 yards per carry on 138 attempts with 624 yards. I could see him being a 1,000-yard running back this year.
Henderson?
I can.
Do you think he'll stay healthy enough, though? Because he's a slasher. He's kind of a smaller
Yeah, I mean,
guy.
that's the biggest question,
Like,
right?
I like him, too. I think he's very talented.
Yeah,
I just
I
don't
think they're
know.
going to throw the ball a lot.
Yeah, but
I
it
do
also
too.
opens up the run, too.
That's what I mean, though. But I don't think
So-
they're going to have to rely on him for 25, 30 carries a game.
Probably not.
I mean, even 15, though, might be a high ask, you know?
I could see a 1,000-yard season, though.
I could. I mean,
If he
I
plays
hope he
every
does.
game.
He's
Yeah.
talented.
You know? Yeah, he's very talented.
I mean, he's not a bad fit in the offense either.
No.
So, I mean, I kind of think that they're absolutely making the playoffs. Like, Cam Akers is worth a win or two, though. I don't know necessarily if I want to crown them for the division. I wasn't fully there. I said they were the favorites. That was the verbiage I used.
Sure.
But Seattle, I don't know. I'm gravitating like
I'm still
both
with
ways.
Seattle, dude.
Watch
Yeah.
out for them.
I feel like they get overlooked every year, and then after like week 5 or 6, it's like, oh yeah, remember Seattle? I feel like that happens every single year.
It's going to be a tight division, and the 49ers are no joke either. I mean, the
Yeah, they're not
quarterback
gonna be trash.
situation,
No.
the
They're being
quarterback
overlooked.
situation is a question mark. But I mean, they made the Super Bowl with Jimmy G, so if he is the starter, like it's
The odd
not the
team
end
out
of
in
the
that
world.
division is the Cardinals.
Exactly. Like it's literally, it's a deep division. It really is.
Well,
I mean,
Jimmy G's starting.
It looks like he will.
Yeah.
I mean, Trey Lance hasn't played football in 2 years, so he's going to have a learning curve, I'm sure.
Which makes sense.
I wouldn't rush him, but
No.
if he is ready, put him out there. Go for it. If he's ready, though, Kyle Shanahan's going to know. He's a QB guru, and he absolutely knows offense. So
Well, Jimmy G's probably going to get hurt. I don't wish that. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
that's
you
just
can't-
what
He's got a
it is.
history of it.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
count
what I
on
know.
him.
Yeah, he just gets hurt.
But he did take him to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. So
Yeah,
if he could play well, you never know.
it's not just him, though. Like, the whole team is returning healthy, and that's the biggest thing for me.
the best case scenario for the 49ers, Jimmy G stays healthy all year, and Trey Lance comes next year. That's the best case scenario for them. Let him sit for a year, dude. It works wonders.
It would help him a lot,
Yeah.
especially with
works
the.
wonders.
I mean, he's coming from North Dakota, so that's that in itself. I mean, Carson Wentz did it, but not everybody is Carson Wentz. So, that's a big transition. Not to go too deep into the 49ers, but I still think the Rams are probably the slight favorites. But I mean, Cam Akers is one of those guys where, like, he was a big name second-year player that I think was going to go off this year. I really do. I think some people were kind of actually down on him fantasy-wise because they're like, oh, they got a lot of depth and Stafford's going to throw a lot, which I also agree with. I think now definitely they're going to throw a ton.
I loved him this year, to be honest with you.
Who?
Cam Akers.
I loved him.
I had
Yeah.
him last year. I was just a year early.
Yeah.
I was a couple games early because I had him in the beginning, and then he picked up at the end when I dropped him. But he did well last year. I thought he was going to be good this year again too.
So, I mean, it's a little more open now.
It's unfortunate he got hurt, though. That's
The Rams have had some turnover on that defense, too. So, like, we can't promise that they're going to be the number one defense in the NFL again. But they also have Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, who are the best at their positions. So, that doesn't hurt.
no. No, don't.
Aaron Donald might be the best player in the league. And I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Sorry.
You're on your own on that one, bro.
We already know what Nick's thinking. And Mike, I'm sorry. But if you're there too, I apologize.
I'm ahead of him on that.
Yo, but you know what else though? I don't even know if it's worth mentioning, but I don't want to call out said person, but I was watching Fox Sports and they were talking about like Tom Brady's ability to carry the Bucs, and someone literally said, I forget which quarterback, but they were like, oh man, this is going to bug me, but they literally mentioned a guy who's like fringe top 10 being more talented than Tom Brady right now, and I lost my shit. That's crazy.
Keep talking.
That's crazy shit.
Hang him up.
He hears
Actually, it was Rick Bucher. Like, bro, don't talk football.
Rick Bucher.
Yeah, Mr. Basketball.
That was your first problem.
Oh,
Well, he was filling in for Marcellus Wiley or something.
who was the player that he said?
Probably Ryan Tannehill.
He also said like Aaron Rodgers is the better, more talented player, but that's at least arguable. The thing is, though, he said like there are several quarterbacks that are better than Tom Brady right now.
Good.
And I was just like, stick to basketball, please.
Good.
Stick to basketball.
Tom Brady's the best player in the NFL.
No, he's not, but
And
he's
he
up
is.
there. He's
He
up
is.
there. But anyway.
I can't wait for the season.